It's 12:29 a.m. I'm going to try and keep this quick, but I did want to do a video explaining fantasy chess for the Pro Chess League. If you're watching and you don't know what the Pro Chess League is, you should. It's one of the biggest online events taking place. And let me open up the website. I don't usually record my whole screen, but hopefully people can see this. This is prochessleague.com. It's a seasonal league which takes place on chess.com, and there are just a number of top players in the world who play. There's teams from all over the world, and every week there's fantasy chess, where you essentially try and predict who will perform the best, and then there's prizes. And assuming you get all the predictions correctly, you can win $10,000. So this is what I'm going to do. I'll fill out my fantasy chess. I don't know if you want to call it a bracket or a Google form, but I'll go ahead and click here, open in a new tab, and we have this this Google form. I'm actually going to split screen the window, so we'll have this open in one portion of the screen. And then I want to bring up the pairings, which are also pretty important. So if you're on a Mac, you can do this. If you're on a Windows computer, you should also be able to do it. There's an explanation here. Your score is the total points of the 16 players that you pick. And I should explain the format. It's a team versus team kind of format for this week. And every team has 4 players. All 4 players on one team play all the other 4 players on the opposing team. And the players are ranked from board 1 through board 4. There's also four different divisions. 1, 2, 3, 4 different divisions. So essentially we have to choose the top performing players in each division on each board, which brings us to 16 different categories. So assuming we get all 16 players who perform the best, then we'll win $10,000, or I'll win $10,000. I've actually already placed in the top 3 for 2 previous weeks, which won me a 1-month diamond membership, which I've actually already given away to people. But I'm going to share some of my tricks and strategies for having a competitive bracket, so to say. So we're going to start with just basic info. I'm going to type in my email address, but I'll probably edit this out so now people can't see it, unless I forgot to edit it out. Hopefully that's not the case. Chess.com username people can see, it's just I am Rosen. And now we'll start. So Atlantic Division Board 1. First I'm going to expand all the pairings and just see who the board 1s are. Fabiano Caruana pops out. Ivan Saric pops out, one of the top performing players in the league. And okay, so we can see this list of players. And what I'm looking for is strong board 1s who are playing against relatively weaker lineups. And I'm actually very inclined to pick Saric for this one, because there's no player above 2,600 on the Sopranos, so he could very possibly go 4 out of 4. Fabiano would have to play Alyanov and Aturazaga, 2 very strong players. I'm going to open up another tab, which will give me some other insights. I want to go to the Players tab, because now we can see performance rating. So Fabiano is the top performer in the season. Saric should be up here, I think. Where's Saric? Saric, where are you? Oh, he's here. Yeah, Saric started off the season completely monstrous. I think he beat Fabiano actually in one of the earlier matches. We're going to pick Saric and move on to board 2. I think board 2 should be Wesley because Wesley has, I mean, a rating advantage over everyone on this team. Unless I'm missing anyone. Maybe Miranda, there's an argument. Let's check Miranda. Solid player. I'm going to go with Wesley. Wesley could easily go 4 out of 4 or still be the top scorer. Okay, so we have Saric, we have Wesley, board 3. And I will say I'm more knowledgeable about players in the Atlantic Division than some other divisions. So some of these will be easier for me to decide. For this one, I'll probably have to do some research. Alejandro is an attractive pick. I think this is his first time playing, though. Alejandro for the Archbishops. Because he should beat like these 2 players, and then if he can scrape off points against the top ones, he'll score above 50%. Alejandro, has he played any matches? Oh, he's performed terribly. Wait, no, that's not the real Alejandro. Imposter. Oh, Alejandro has not played any matches. So, kind of up in the air. Anyone else? Nico Cheka. Oh, this is a solid lineup from the Chess Bras. Who's Andrew Horton? No. Tianqi Wang. Definitely not, because he's playing monster players. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Ramirez. There's also Balakrishnan, but he's playing my team, the Webster Windmills, and we have actually a very solid lineup. Yeah, let's go with Ramirez. And that leaves us with the board 4, who I think I already know who I'll pick, Aaron Gerbinski. He's IM strength. I think he's underrated because this is a September rating. He's definitely stronger than me, and he's playing against players who he can all scrape points off of. So that's Atlantic Division. I will make a note, if you want to copy my lineup exactly, I guess you're free to, but there is, I think, a rule that if 2 players qualify, or 2 like fantasy people qualify to win the $10,000, the money is split. And the money actually comes out of Greg Shahadi's pocket. So I would highly encourage people to fill out a bracket, because the more brackets or forms that are filled out, the more likely Greg Shahadi has to pay out someone. But it is very unlikely, like to pick 16 correct players, not miss a single one. It's not easy. So, Pacific Division, board 1. Moving on. Let's expand these pairings. I'm just going to see who's playing. Any super GMs? Doesn't look like there's any super GMs. A lot of 2600s. I think Safarli pops out. I think Safarli is one of the top performers in the league, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe he's not. Where's Safarli? Performance rating over 2700. Yeah, the ratings I look at are the performance ratings and not necessarily the September FIDE ratings. And he's playing against a beatable lineup. Serrana. Oh, Serrana, how's he doing in the league? Also doing pretty well. Have one very tough opponent. that being Dreyev. Looking for beatable lineups. Actually, Naroditsky. Oh, wait. I'm not picking Naroditsky because this is like Minnesota has very strong players. Not picking Andrew Tang. There's also an argument for this guy. Zhao Jinchao. This is very close. Zhao Jinchao. Nah, his performance rating's too low. And then there's also Wang Yue. How's he doing? Ooh, very high. 8.5 out of 11. And he's very experienced. He played in the Pro Chess League finals. But this is a strong lineup. Sluggers. Yeah, this is a close call. I'd probably either pick Wang Yue or Safarli. I'm going to go with my gut and just say Safarli. Board 2. Looking for names that stick out. Anyone over 2,600 on board 2? Anyone? Man. This is these are more balanced lineups than the Atlantic Division. Take on Petrosian. I think this guy's the highest rated. Let's check his performance rating. Zhu Jiangyu. Nothing too impressive. Petrosian. It's a good name for chess. 2644. But it's a strong lineup from China. Illingworth. Very prominent chess coach, not doing that well in the league. I think we can eliminate him. So Zhu Jiangyu is a candidate. How's Gorovets doing? Gorovets. I already picked Safarli though, so it's awkward to pick Gorovets. But let's check. Oh, he's doing quite well actually. Tough call. Michael Brown. Just checking performance ratings. Yeah, Michael Brown, performance ratings too low. And board 2 for Minnesota. Actually, board 2, Steven Zirk. Let's check Zirk. Not bad. But he's playing such good players. Yeah, again, it's a toss-up. Kirilla is currently playing in a tournament, which is interesting. He could be warmed out or he could be burnt out. Did I say warmed out? Warmed up. Wait, let me check Petrosian again. I'm probably going with Petrosian. 2644. And let's check China again. Zhang. Yeah, let's go with Petrosian. That was a close one. Board 3, let's move on. I'm tempted just to go with Mikov. He's, I think, the only GM on board 3. Oh, Margvelashvili too. Okay, so I think it's just a toss-up between Margvelashvili. 2570 performance rating. 2460 for Mikov. Yeah, 2570 performance on board 3 is very good. So we're going with Marg, who I played in a tournament once. We played at the Collegiate Final 4. We drew in a long fight. So that's actually good because I haven't picked any Chinese players. I picked 2 here, so if these 2 can do work, oh, we'll see. Board 4. Is Beersden? Who's the board 4 for Minnesota? Oh, Jacobson. How's he doing in the league? Jacobson. Ooh, new player. I mean, based on rating, he's probably a good pick. Other one to consider is Brandon Clark, who's actually very good in rapid. Like when he's in form, he's in form. Played him a few times in Australia, very recently. Yeah, let's go with Brandon. He should win at least one game, if not. No, he should win at least 2 games. Just curious his performance. I know he performed very well last year. Brandon Clark. Oh, he hasn't played a game yet this season. Well, okay, hopefully he's somewhat warmed up. Yeah, I think he's the best pick. So, moving on, Eastern Division. And I'm aware maybe this isn't the most exciting video for people, but the prospect of winning $10,000 should be somewhat exciting. And I'm like, I take this seriously, at least I try to. And I'm trying to show my research process, even if it's not the smartest thing to give away my secrets. So hopefully people are learning something from this. Okay, moving on. Let's expand these pairings. Okay, these are like the European divisions where I know less players. Embarrassed to say I don't know any of these names too well. Gupta's probably like the strongest player, I would think. Or no. Oh no, he's not. So I'm just looking for rating differentials. Operin. How's Operin doing? 2667. Let's go in order. Matura. Okay, Operin is still a good pick, I think. Meshkov's. Chagayev. I'm just looking for performance ratings over 2600. Savchenko. Maybe also a good pick. Manatov, new player, and Pansul, whatever his name is. So I think there's a toss-up between Savchenko and Operin. Operin has a slightly higher performance. Let's look at the lineups. Operin playing all lower-rated players. And, oh, he's playing against Savchenko's team. Let's pick Operin. I think that should be one of the best picks. Moving on, board 2. Again, probably what I'm going to do is just the same approach, where I have this list open, and then we'll just search for the names. Tersakayan. Whoa, 2700 performance rating. I met him in San Francisco at the Pro Chess League finals last year. And I played him many years ago in a World Youth Championship where he won the competition. I played him in the second to last round on board 1. He's a good player. I think let's not waste time. Let's just pick him. People want to do more research. Maybe you'll find a better option. Who's he playing against? Yeah, playing against, okay, decently strong lineup. But I think he's a good pick for board 2. Very experienced. Board 3. Board 3, I'm aware of this player, Giga, who I think is one of the strongest board 3s or whatever in the league. 2659 performance rating. This is why you can't always trust like the actual ratings. You have to look at performance to see how they fare in rapid and online. So I'm going with Giga. Board 4. Let's look here. Volkov is, I think, another like easy pick. Let's just verify. Yeah, over 2500 performance rating. His his September FIDE, it's like 2100 something. But some players are just like specialists in Rapid. Okay, so that was hopefully quick and painless. Let's move on to Central Division. Last one, we have more matchups. And is Lagrave playing? Lagrave is not playing. I should say MVL. I got excited there. I saw Maxime. So let's start with board one. Board one's... Wait, he is playing. Why am I not seeing his name? Lagarde? Oh, there he is. I saw Maxime Lagarde and just assumed that was MVL's team. We have to pick MVL. Sometimes he streams though, and when he streams he doesn't play like 100% like MVL, but he's still just massively strong. He should be towards the top of the league. Yeah, still good performance rating. Board two. I don't recognize any of these names. I recognize Tragubov. Let's do some searching. Admiral, 2500 performance. Donchenko. Ooh, Donchenko. Only played one match. So that's another thing to look at. Like, this could be an outlier, but it's still a strong result. Who's he playing against? Donchenko. All lower rated players. Let's just pick him. Because I want sleep. New opponent, or new board. Kohlers is a GM, right? Board 3. He's actually higher rated than 3 players on this team. Let's check his performance. Over 2600, I'm just going with him. Last board. Again, names I don't recognize. So let's search. Roll. Whoa, 2560. Who's he playing? Roll. Aha. He's playing a strong lineup though. Let's look at the other players. I might still go with him, but I should at least check who's below him. Hana. Not high enough. Jose? Not high enough. Sarah? Not high enough. Diamante? Nope. Unuk? I think this player was like on the verge of beating MVL in a past week, but then MVL just pulled a miracle. No and no. Okay, so I'm going with Liam. So there's my responses. Anything else to say? Oh yeah, one more thing to say. Hopefully people are watching until the end of the video. Maybe I'll make a pinned comment. The schedule is, let me go to schedule. The first matches are starting, what's the date today? Today's the 6th. So the first matches start in the afternoon Pacific time, which means if you're going to do fantasy chess, you have to do it within a few hours of this video being uploaded. I'll probably make this like a pinned comment or make this in the video description. If you are watching this video and fantasy chess, like the form isn't available, you can still do it for previous, or for not previous, but for future weeks. Just stay up to date on the Pro Chess League website. And if you go to this little button here, it usually takes you to the appropriate place. Apart from that, anything else I want to say? Yeah, follow the Pro Chess League. It's exciting to watch. There's a bunch of people streaming it on Twitch. I'll be streaming commentary tomorrow or later today for the Webster Windmills. Our match starts at, I should know, sometime in the afternoon, Chicago time. Actually, if you want to see my schedule, let's go to imrosen.com/schedule, and you can see the times here. So we play the Pittsburgh Pawn Grabbers. I'll be streaming live on Twitch, and yeah, just find more information on prochessleague.com. So hope you guys enjoyed that, and thanks for watching.